Hello everyone. Welcome back to the chess and game series. And in the previous videos, we have done about single rook checkmate, double rook checkmate, queen checkmate, and double bishop checkmate also. So yeah, here we are going to start with the bishop and knight. And there was a delay between the video because I was busy in a tournament, and now I am back with this stuff. So yeah, let's first start. So basically, before starting, I would just say bishop and knight are one of the most trickiest and the very it's kind of a notorious bishop knight mate among all the piece checkmates. So let's just start. So in this position, in this example, I just set up it here, and here we can see white has already created a barrier. Like in the previous videos, we see that we saw that different barriers are there. So similarly, how a knight and bishop creates a barrier, that's what we are going to see. Let's see. So if you look at this position properly, the king and position of your knight and bishop, you will realize that there is a barrier. What is the barrier? I will show you. This is square controlled by the king. The king can't go here. King can't come here. Can't come here. Can't come here. And like can't come here. Here. So it's like a barrier. If you see, this is a barrier which is not allowing this king to go out of this red zone. So the king got stuck here, and we have to make sure that the king should not be going out of this thing. Also, one most important thing about the bishop knight mate that this king should be getting checkmated only on the light squares. You can't do a checkmate on the dark squares if you are having a light square bishop. So yeah, let's see without further ado. Here we want this king to go downside. How can we force this king to go downside? The only way to do is to play bishop g6, because playing bishop g6 takes away these two squares, and now it is black's turn, and these are already not like obviously it's not reachable by the black king. So the king has to go down on these three squares. Going on to these two, it will be again helpful for you because I think this is very closer to the light square. So the black king will always try to go away from, like far away from this like light square corner. So okay, here king f4. After bishop g6, we have king f4. It's he's trying to go towards this corner. He's expecting that white will do some mistakes with the knight and will open up the barrier, and the king will try to escape. So yeah, here going to this square is a playable move, and this square is a playable move. I will show you what will happen if king h4, let's say, not there, king f4, and then we have king h6. King has to move now, obviously. So it is black's turn. Going here doesn't make sense. Going here, king g4 again. If the king comes here, we have king g4 always. So what black will try? Black will try to stop the king. He's saying, no, I'm not gonna take your king any activities. So we have to give a waiting. We play a bishop c2 again, forcing this king to again come back to f4. If it is going on h4, let's say, then simple bishop d1 makes the barrier shorter. Now look at this. This will be the barrier, and the king has to force come here, and then you play this, and king f2, then king f4, and king e1, and then the king is not going here, so let's move away the bishop. The king will force to go up f2, knight e5. Just now moving the knight, king will try to go escape here, but then simple king e3. Now this king will be going here, king f1. Now play knight d3 to control this square. King g2. Again, the king is trying to go there, but then you play king f4. If you see, this is a barrier again. The king has to go to f1 and then king f3. Or maybe you can play king g3 also, because now it is black's turn. Black will come to the opposition. You have to take away this square. Bishop e2, take away that one. And king h1 is forced, and then we have knight f2 check. King is forced to come here, and then we have knight h3 check. King is forced to go there, and then we have bishop f3 checkmate. So yeah, going on h4 will be very easy. If it is going on h4, so it goes f4, king h5, forces the king again to go down. Let's say g3. He's not going on. He's avoiding the light squares, because if you know this is coming and then the bishop here, king is okay. We can't play really like this, but We just want to play king g4 and the king will come to g3. That's it. That's enough. So king h5 and we have king g3. Now king g5 takes the position. King f3 again. Now king f5 takes the position. King e2. King f4. Now king obviously not escaping. King will try to come to f2 also. But again, as I said, you can play bishop d1. Same kind of position will come and king will try to come here. You play bishop something like here or here. King will come here and then use your king and force the king to go down, like by giving a waiting. So yeah, after king f4, king will go to e1. Now king e3 takes the position. King f1, bishop d1 takes away this diagonal. King g2, king f4. King f2, bishop g4. Same position. See, the same position has been coming. King e1. Now king e3, king f1, knight d2 check. Forces the king. If the king is coming here, then we have knight d2 check. We can give this this thing, or we can play knight e4 first, forcing the king to go there, and now king d2 and king here, and then this. The king is stuck. So yeah, that's the thing. So knight d2 check, king will try to go g2, avoiding some checkmate ideas. Knight e4, knight e4, king will again come back to f1, king d2. Same position, see, king e2. This kind of question you got, and again the barrier is already there. In g1, bishop h3, he will try to attack your bishop, but then simply bishop f1. And here, and now we have to give just a move, play a move with the knight, so that knight can come into the game like this. And we know that the king is not escaping via this. Okay, we can play this, and now the king will try to go there. Then we have to control this square. This means g3, so we can play king here. So let's see, knight f6, king h2, and now king f2. King is forced to go to h1, that's the only move, and bishop g2 check. King is forced to come on to h2, and then knight to g4 is a mate. So yeah, this is like one of the positions where we make a barrier concept and forcing the king to go to the light square corner because we are having the light square bishop. There is one more position which is very interesting, and in that one, what we have to do, like the wrong corner, the king, like say you have a bishop of light square, and then your opponent's king go to the dark square. So there we have to force this king to go to the light square. Now that kind of defense is really interesting, and it's a pattern. There is a pattern. I will show it to you into the next video also, because this is the part one of bishop knight endgame. In part two, I will be sharing about how to like drag the king from the opposite corner to the the corner that you require to do a checkmate. There's a pattern, and the name of the pattern is also there. I will reveal it in the next video. So yeah, hope you understand this thing, and after the part 2 video, I will be sharing the video of solving different positions of bishop knight. So you can go through that also if like trying to solve different positions. And so yeah, that is the thing. If you have anything to add up in this section, you can just feel free to drop down your views and opinions on the comment section, and we'll definitely look into it. Okay, that's all. That's all for today. Hope you like the video, and feel free to subscribe also so that you won't miss the next updates. That is all.